away from me, I already know that I'm to a great degree shutting down his ability to be able to put me in guard. Does that make sense? To replace the guard. The same thing, even with the shoulder, even here, try to put me in guard. It's very hard as long as I get good pressure on the chin, turning the head this way, and my leg is kind of checking his hip or thighs, or hip area. Kind of. So I'm aware and I'm ready to drop and sprawl my left leg if I need to. So try to turn toward me. So you're doing that, or if I do this, sometimes I'll go with the back of my arm. Like this is a really strong technique. Like this, when you lock it, sometimes we'll get here. This is what I want to show you guys actually. So since we're here, we're kind of this one you can almost just watch and kind of get the idea to use your head, different ways to use your head to control the guy, and then steering the head away or steering the head toward you. Different ways you might cup the back of the head. Like if I'm mounted on a guy and he's pushing me away off the side, I might mount and kind of like hook onto his head, kind of use that to control myself, anchor myself to him. So different ways you control the head. Okay, it just gives you a couple. So from here, I'm going to show you this one. So I'm going to basically come across the face with the back of my arm, like my palm is up. I'm going to shake someone's hand. Lock here, okay, and then lock here. Okay, now try to move. So now try to turn to your right onto your stomach. Try to turn to your left onto your stomach. Try to sit up. Right, and I got an arm bar here if I wanted to. So from here, it's just a good controlling option, a good way to control the guy. So from here, I come out, drive this across. Once this is my underhook here, I just lock this on. I don't even care if I get the elbow, I just lock myself to it. Now try to spin onto your right on your stomach. You can't because this arm stops him from doing it. Try to spin to your left. And even if you okay? Okay. So if you try to push my elbow off.
I saw a tap.
No, please do it. Oh, thank you. Right? You see what he did? Look, he can, because if I wasn't locking, like usually I'll use my neck when I do the arm, but I left this on purpose because the only thing you can do now is bring that arm around in there. Remember too, one thing I like with catch wrestling that sometimes you don't get in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I teach in both Lumbo, but is that catch wrestling is more about like the concept of submission, where it's like you don't have to have this exact precise kind of thing. It's like anytime I just kind of can get it anyway. If I make the arm do that, it doesn't matter. You're just kind of taking it in that direction. Basically all it is here's what submission is. When it's taking the body beyond its elastic limits and the mind beyond its elastic limits. If I take your body and your mind beyond its elastic limits, that's submission. Right? It's a concept more than a bunch of moves. Right? Take your body, if your joint goes further than it can go and your mind goes further than it can go, what do I get? Submission. Right? Does that make sense? Whether you go unconscious, whether you tap, whatever, but you're still yielding to me. So in here, so I basically bring this hand out, go across, and then let's scoop this. So now look, if he puts that hand right up there right away, I'm right here. But if I'm here, like if the arm's extended and I'm here, like he goes behind my neck, say I'm here, and the guy's holding my neck to me tight, hold me to you tight. See, like this happens a lot, right? Anybody ever have that happen? Of course. So the guy's holding you down, so you snake that arm across. Now look, now the arm's here, now I can control it with my head. Now try to get the arm up, it's harder to get the arm up, right? Try to turn toward me, he can't turn toward me, try to turn away from me, try to sit up, he can't do anything. If he brings this arm around to my head, tap my eyes, your right arm, he rains in the right. Make sense? So you maybe start here, like the guy's holding you down. This is gonna be a very common thing for someone skilled or unskilled to do, to control you, they don't want you to move a little. So he's gotta be kind of tight into him. Right, so I kind of snake this in, snake it across, turning his chin, locking this up. That's the first position. And then from there, you know how it goes. Keep enough pressure here that he can't just push that arm up. I try to push the arm up. See, when he pushes it, what do? It makes more, when your own push does what? Hurts you more, right? He pushes on my elbow, it's grinding into that jaw. Push hard on my elbow. You don't want to, because it's hurting him, right? So, and then he can't turn away, he can't turn to his left, to his right, he can't sit up. And if he brings his hand around to my head, to get to my eyes or whatever, bang, I got him, okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's a little simple control way. I'm just showing you how you can use these controls to set things up, okay? So try that. I want to try to sneak a couple more in before we go, okay? There's going to be controls you can use to apply simple moves, okay? Simple technique.